Hello,
We back.
hello. We're back.
We back.
back, y'all.
We is back. Still trying to get things together. Y'all pray our strength in the Lord. We really still trying to get it together.
Heather,
I'm
we miss
learning.
you.
We don't miss you, Heather. Not because you are a genius at this production stuff.
But we just
Mostly
miss you.
I really love to hear your point of view on certain things. So I'm hoping and praying. We'll see when she will return to us. But yeah, I we do definitely miss you. The three amigos, we ready. We want you. We want you back.
We want you back.
We do. So
Yes, we do now.
how's your week been?
Oh, it's been, DHS. So it's me. And then, like, after I get off work, I'm like drained because of the me. And so yesterday I did nothing. I did nothing yesterday. I didn't do Uber Eats. I didn't do any Mary Kay. I just laid around and did nothing, and it was wonderful.
I'm tired. When I tell y'all I'm so tired, I am drained every day when I get off work. But I had some errands to run yesterday. One of the most important errands I should have ran yesterday, I ran today and got half of what I needed done. So I have to go back this week to get the other part of it done. And then this whole situation with my kid who has to be picked up from work. And last night it was almost 2:00 in the morning when I had to go get my baby from work. So yeah, I'm totally completely drained. I missed a meeting for my son, and I know we're good. We gotta get the application for my son to participate in a mentoring program with one of the fraternities. I'm excited because I never got the opportunity to really get my oldest involved. My oldest wants to pledge, so I thought this might have been a great opportunity for him to get into an organization like this. But my youngest, I definitely want to let him be a part of it. So we're gonna get that information, get him signed up for it. But I couldn't. We missed the meeting. So so the ripping and running. If anybody has a plate they want to bless a sister with tomorrow, I'm all for the blesserization of the plates. However,
I can't give you my plate because you're allergic to pork.
Yeah, I can't do the pork. Yeah,
don't send the pork, you guys. She's allergic.
I can't do pork. Chicken. Chicken, beef, turkey, any seafood I can do. The pork, however, I cannot. So please don't.
I can't do seafood.
Huh?
And I can't do seafood.
Yeah, I love seafood. It's like I love it. But yeah, so anybody got anything going on tomorrow? I will drive. I'll do a drive-by. I won't stay. I won't because I need to lay down somewhere. I might hang out for a little bit. It'd be fun to play cards tomorrow, maybe. But other than that, I need a whole day to just rest. So, and I don't seem to ever get that. So hopefully and prayerfully that day will come for me. We're not going to hold you guys long today. We are going to get right into our stuff. We're still doing all topics. Next week, let me say this. Next week, we are doing a special episode to honor the graduates of college, high school, kindergarten. Look, I had seen some preschool graduations. My son, I don't think is going to have a promotional ceremony because he's getting ready to leave elementary school and go to middle school. And I like those things because that's kind of like, I don't like all of the ceremonies, but I think that's an important one because they've been in the same place. I think for the most part, elementary school, I think, is the longest that you're in school if you stay at the same school. He's been at the same school since kindergarten. So I would like, or would have liked, for them to do something for the kids. I don't know if they're doing anything or not. They haven't let us know as parents, but I know during COVID, it's limited things that they can do per their guidelines and their standards. So I totally, completely understand that. But I would like for something to be done because that's a big milestone. You know, going from elementary to middle school. Now, if you're going from middle school to high school, I'm like, okay, girl, that's you was only here for like 3-4 years. That's fine. But but elementary,
you said 3-4 years, Lord Jesus.
Huh?
You said 3-4 years.
But in opposed to you being in elementary school, some kids from preschool to the 5th grade, some from kindergarten to the 5th grade. So you've been in elementary school for 6 or 7 years before you hit this next milestone. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just would have liked for that to happen for him and his classmates.
Yeah, all I can say is, Joshua only had a 5th grade. When he was in 5th grade, he only got he went to White Station Elementary, and they had a ceremony, but he didn't have a ceremony leaving the 8th grade going into the 9th because I think that was during COVID.
Yeah, and of course, my oldest he's had kindergarten, he's had the elementary school, he's had the 8th grade going to high school, and then of course we didn't have I had to create a graduation for my child. Because he didn't have one. His school didn't have one. They had a drive-by graduation later on in the summer for them. But yeah, so COVID really killed. And shout out to some of the colleges that have they actually had physical graduations for those students who missed graduation last year. I know Jackson State did 2 graduation ceremonies. Even for those who missed their 50th year, because they had the people who have the 50th year graduations or golden graduation, they had that because that's what we do at Jackson State. I'm sure they do it at other schools, but they had the golden graduation. And shout out to the class of 1970. And I'll probably get a shout out again. 1970, the class of 1970 at Jackson State University. They didn't have a graduation at all because that was a shooting, a big shooting that took place and happened during that time right before school let out for them, and they never had graduation. So this was a big one for them, and then of course COVID hit and they didn't get to have their 50th graduation again, so they did that as well. So it's a lot of graduation ceremonies going on. Like I said, a lot of colleges are doing they've done like 2 weekends of graduations, so shout out to them for doing that. We're gonna get into our miss for the day. We're gonna kick it off with the shine. Yeah,
let's shine.
Our shine. Karine Jean-Pierre. She makes history at the White House. She is the first Black woman to host daily White House press briefings in 3 decades. So in almost 30 years. So she's a part of the team. And she is serving as the chief of public affairs. And so she is doing those daily White House presses for the Biden administration. Now, and of course, a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people realize this or not, but a lot of the communication staff there at the White House are of color, people of color, women of color, as a matter of fact. And so, but she's making history, and this is awesome. This is really, really awesome. His whole team is amazing. And we'll have to probably dive into their cabinet and their dynamic and some of the people that they have as a part of. Maybe we'll do a political episode and talk about that. But I definitely want to give her shine and her shout out because what she's doing, this is a milestone. It's amazing. It's some other first, but I just thought that this was neat because so many times we see white women or white men doing this every day, and she's a woman of color and got the natural hairstyle, girl. up there
Yep.
doing her thing and kicking butt and taking names. So shout out to her. And it's amazing that she's able to kind of get this done. So shout out.
Shout.
Okay. So this
Reality.
We about to sip on. I pulled some things.
Hey,
did.
Paul. He said, "Hey, ladies." Paul said, "Hey, ladies." So, hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
How you? How you doing?
How you doing? So I know we talked about this on its own last week, but we got to talk about it here because
hold on. Okay. Go ahead. Are you about to talk about what I think you about to talk about?
No, go ahead.
About Miss Gizelle Bryant saying that her and Pastor Jamal Bryant are not going to be together. She's saying due to the COVID and him being in Atlanta and she's being in the DMV. Come on, girl. Come on, Gizelle. Giselle, y'all wasn't together.
Giselle went to Cynthia's wedding in the middle of COVID.
And he went to Baltimore when she went to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So Giselle, y'all was never together. That was a story plot. You needed a storyline. You asked him, could you use him as a storyline? And he was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so people caught on to your game. And you just got caught, girl. You just got caught.
And it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So there are some other plots that are going on and taking place this go round, this season, which makes me, I think this is I feel like it's gonna vindicate Monique. Gizelle and our girl, well, not our girl, but Dr. Wendell Cepho, who was Team Candace, is now beefing with Gizelle. We're gonna see that. We're gonna see that Robyn regrets the engagement storyline from last year because now she and Juan are gonna have some problems. There's a new kid on the block who is going to have an issue with Candace, and not only have an issue with Candace, but also going to have an issue with Gizelle. So we're going to see a lot of drama.
They needed somebody to kind of like replace Monique to have issues with Candace and Gizelle.
I think so too. I think she's going to try though. I think she's going to try, and then she's going to try all she can, which is what we saw Monique do over the season, was try, because Gizelle came for her first. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all pardon me, I'm sitting up here eating a sandwich. I'm just not on camera because I'm hungry.
And then also you have Ashley. I think they're gonna have Ashley. I think she probably have already given birth or just about to give birth to her second son, and of course with the Grand Dame, Karen Hugo. She's gonna renew her vows with her husband, but I'm thinking it's gonna be some kind of some issues with them.
It's gonna be drama, and the reason why it's gonna be drama is because word on the street is that they had to force the cast members, the majority of the cast members, not all, to go to Karen's vow renewal. Mm-hmm. Mainly because I know there are some issues between she and Gizelle. That are going to surface, of course. And then, of course, we don't know where Candace stands with Karen right now. And because they weren't in a good place last time we saw these ladies. Ashley tends to ride the fence, or like
she's neutral.
She's kind of neutral, but not really. I think Ashley likes to call people on their BS, but when it comes to calling her BS out, she don't want to talk about it. It's a problem, which is the same thing Gizelle does. So, yeah. I think we're going to see Ashley go through a bit of postpartum, though. I kind of felt like last season she had it, but I think we're going to see her really kind of go through some things. So that's what I gathered from the trailer. I'm excited about this new housewife. There's supposed to be another friend to the show, but I don't know whose friend she's going to be. I have to go back and research that.
So the new housewife, she was in the foster care system, wasn't she?
She was what?
in the foster care system when she was young, and she's like the storybook of poverty, growing up in poverty, building something for herself.
Right, and she's a successful businesswoman. Her husband's successful. They got the kids. They're cute. She's a little old. I think her husband's a little older than her.
Kind of like the Portia and the Simon type situation.
Yeah. Let me say this though. He's not that much older than Portia. He's just turned 50, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think that's what they're in Mexico right now, celebrating his 50th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Portia's 39, knocking on 40. There ain't no big age gap. Now, his ex-wife,
40s though.
Right, his ex-wife, that's a different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
She was she just turned 31 or 32, so she was much younger than Simon. Of course, they were only together for about a year and a half, but yeah. Oh, by the way, and we'll talk about this. Let me go to this next slide. We are going to talk about this. Yeah. So first of all, let's start off with Gizelle and Robyn got a podcast.
I'm not listening to it.
I probably won't either. Reasonably Shady is the name of the podcast. They were on not the Shade Room. They were on the Breakfast Club talking about their podcast and kind of talking about the upcoming season. And they also had to weigh in on Portia and Simon's relationship. So we're going to kick it off with the podcast. We find out that Robyn was a very bad girl when she was growing up, which is why her kids are bad right now. Let me tell you something. Them little boys, I promise to God, I think Robyn just be like, okay, kids, whatever. Because every time I see them little boys, they doing something they ain't got no business doing. And Robyn be like, boys. And I be like, you getting it back. And she confirmed it. So I heard a clip of it. And she was saying how she used to smoke cigarettes in the 8th grade. And she used to sneak out the house. Like, she was really, doing stuff that you'd be like, oh, she the friend that your mama said you can't go over her house because she fast. That was Robyn, okay? And her life is not this exciting at all. So they go ahead and they talk about the relationship between Gizelle and Jamal and how it didn't work because he's in Maryland and he's in Atlanta and she's in Maryland. We just
whatever.
We don't think it was ever a relationship. But she was like, he'll always be a part of her life because he, is, her baby daddy and all this good stuff. They also asked her about her beef with Wendy Acefo. Of course, she has unfollowed Wendy on social media, and I'm sure Wendy has already unfollowed her. Gizelle says it's a big misunderstanding, but it seems like it ain't a misunderstanding. It seems like Gizelle is in the, being messy as far as these rumors about Wendy's husband cheating on her with a white partner at his firm or a white woman that works at his firm. That's how the trailer appears. Of course, Gizelle says Wendy is not interesting. I said, wow. So y'all were homeboys or homies. I'm sorry, not homies.
The only reason why they was homies in the first place because Gizelle needed a number against Monique.
Absolutely. So now they ain't friends no more, apparently. So she felt like Wendy, she said she actually was genuinely concerned about Wendy because she knows how social media does reality TV stars, and she went through all of that little spill. I believe Gizelle stirred the mess. That's what I believe. But yeah, so that was that. They also asked her about Portia and Simon. And of course, Gizelle is the co-host on Bravo Chat Room with Portia, Portia's the executive producer. So I don't know how genuinely happy she is for Portia, but because Portia can't get rid of you if there is a problem. just like the other white lady that was on there, who I never knew. Did you know who that other white lady was that was on chat room with them?
The other white lady, she was on the Summer House. That's all I know.
No. The Summer House girl is still on there. The other white lady.
I don't know that blonde lady name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never knew what show she was on because I don't watch all the Bravo shows. There are certain ones that I watch, but she the other lady has some very negative things to say about Portia in the Simon situation. Gizelle says she's happy for it. She says she would be okay with any of her castmates getting with Jamal Bryant. I don't think any of her castmates want to get with Jamal Bryant, but she said, will she be okay with that? No, but she said she also feels like, Fallon, was out of the picture when she and Simon started dating. She and Fallon are not friends. Of course, they did the thing for TV or whatever, the made up relationship or whatever for TV. And Fallon's out of the picture. Sidebar about Fallon. Their divorce is now final. Fallon did not get anything, as I suspected she would not.
They haven't been married long.
They haven't been married long. Probably had a prenup, that she had to sign. And it is what it is. So that's about it. So of course Robyn says she felt like it was shady. We don't care what you say, Robyn.
Yeah. We don't really care about what you got to say. You're boring.
You ain't married to your baby daddy. So which is not a problem for me, but just say you're roommates. Just say that. But yeah, so you're gonna see some different storylines with Real Housewives of Potomac. I need people to stop clowning old Portia because they showed clowning her. So
I don't have nothing to say about this. I don't know. I don't even know what the story is.
I'm about to give you the story. Kwame Brown was the number 1 draft pick, I think in 2001, 2000. Paul, help me out since you on here. Number 1 draft pick to the Wizards. Wizards was is a team that Michael Jordan is the owner of, or part owner of. And so this was a big deal. I don't remember what his high school record was, but he was good enough to make it to, or college record was, but he was good enough to make it to the NBA. He spent a few years with the Wizards. He really didn't produce what you would expect a number 1 draft to produce. Okay, let's just go there. He was in the league for 13 seasons. He was on 7 different teams because he just was not producing. He was not a good player. Let me put that out there right now. So Kwame went on a rant, an internet rant, after Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, who are also NBA players. They have a oh my God, I forgot the name of the podcast just that quick. They have a podcast where they talk about sports and that sort of thing. And so they mentioned Kwame Brown and his playing. They mentioned it because they had a guest on the show who had played with Kwame Brown, and it was a problem. And then they had another one that played with Kwame Brown. And, everybody's saying you trash, basically. So he came for Steven Jackson, came for Matt Barnes. That turned into something. Then he wanted to go back because people had been trashing him his whole career, which apparently was rightfully so. He dragged Jamel Hill. He dragged Stephen A. Jackson. He dragged Charlamagne. I don't know what Charlamagne said about dude, but he dragged Charlamagne. Like he was dragging everybody on the internet. He now has his own show, which he had Joe Brown on there, and Joe Brown was like talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and just different things. And whereas I respect Judge Joe Brown, and that's Judge Joe Brown from here in Memphis, who has the TV show, had the TV show Judge Joe Brown. I respected him as a judge because he was one of the few judges that are on the television that was an actual judge in real life. So I respected him at that point in juncture, but as we've gotten a little older, our opinions and the things that we talk about or the things that come out of our mouths seems a little bit senile. So Kwame has made it a point to just kind of drag everybody for filth. Well, there's a man that I know who is a whole lot of petty, and his name is Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith responded to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown told him, come to Seattle. You can meet me in the streets. We can meet. We can have combat 1-on-1, that sort of thing. And he, he's really dragging Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith didn't say anything for a long time. Well, Stephen A. Smith did a reel of Kwame Brown playing for different teams and bombing, not making shots, not blocking, people stealing the ball from him, that sort of thing. It was pretty interesting, to say the least, but it was a drag, no less. And I was okay. I was okay with this because, and let me say this: Stephen A. Smith is not one of my favorite commentators or sports analysts. And the reason why he's not my favorite, because he's a little annoying. Just a hair bit annoying to me. I would rather watch someone else. I love Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. I love Jemele Hill. There are a lot of people that I love that, talk about sports on ESPN or Fox Sports or whatever that I did. I just am not always 100% on Stephen Smith's side. However, this was warranted. I was okay with Stephen A. Smith doing it because basically what you did was you asked for it. When you ask to get dragged, you get dragged. So all he had to do was get these reels together of this man not doing well at a sport that he was hired to play. Don't know how much money he was hired to play. I'm sure he probably had a nice contract, and that contract dwindled. Things changed when he did not produce or get wins or any of those things that took place or happened while he was in the NBA. I'm okay with this dragging. I really, really am. Wendy he's coming back soon, I'm sure. But I'm typically okay with this. Or not typically. I am okay with this. He read him, and that was, and rightfully so. He needed to be read. But like I said, he Stephen A. Smith ain't my favorite, but Kwame, you asked for it. He's done a lot of talk about everybody in the media and how things are set up a certain way. I don't know what to believe or what to think. He came for Jemele Hill, and I didn't understand. I don't know if Jemele had talked about him in the past, but that was totally left field for me, and I just couldn't get behind it. But good job, Stephen A. Smith, because that's probably what I would have done if I were in your position. Let me roll the tape. Their jobs in the positions that they're in, except for Charlamagne, that was kind of off, but Matt Barnes, Steve Jackson, right now they got the podcast. They talk about sports. Stephen A. Smith, he was hired by ESPN to talk about sports. Jemele Hill was hired to talk about sports. That's their jobs. That's what they're supposed to do. So if you are trash at the game of basketball, and that is the game that you were, here to play, and they say, hey, you're not doing a good job at playing basketball, I don't know what you expected the people to do. I just don't. I don't. Maybe you need a hug. I don't know. I'm not in Seattle, so I can't come give you a hug, brother, but this has been a mess.
You know what?
I'm
not a Stephen A. Smith fan either.
Yeah,
but I would have done that. He's a narcissist to me. He's a narcissist, so I don't blame him though. Look, you keep coming for me, I'm gonna come for you. Don't come. I'm gonna be like Kenya. Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Absolutely. If I don't send for you, ain't no sense in us doing this at all. Period, fool. Period. So, I respect what he did. I would have done the same thing in his position. So we know this is the playoff. We know the playoff season is taking place, huh?
Yeah. You know what? I'm okay with basketball. I'm not too much of I watch basketball. If I was at the actual game, I would get into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't get into basketball like that.
Well, let me tell you about this one though.
One time.
What's going on right now is we're in the midst of the playoffs. Okay.
Yes.
3 NBA teams have banned fans who have done something disrespectful to the players from NBA games for life. They can go to no arena in the United States of America. So let's talk about a couple of different instances. First instance, Russell Westbrook. Russell plays for, I guess he plays for the Wizards. I didn't know he was playing for the Wizards. Well, he hurt himself in game 2 between the Wizards and Philadelphia 76ers. As they were taking him back to the locker room, a fan pours their popcorn on Russell Westbrook.
Why would you do that? That is so, number one, that is so demeaning of a human being to do that.
Right. Well, listen, it had to take 3 people for Russell not to run up in them stands.
I'm sorry. I would have let him do it. I'm sorry. I would have let him do it.
I would have too.
You assaulted me first. You threw that
popcorn on me. Would have. Yeah,
you assaulted me first. That's assault. Yeah. And if I was that man, I would sue those people.
Absolutely. Well, they got banned, so that's fine. They're banned.
No. I would sue those people. I'm sorry. You assaulted me. You assaulted me. So let's start by that.
Well,
yeah.
Here we go. The 76ers released a statement saying the investigation into the incident revealed the fan was a season ticket holder who is now indefinitely banned from all events at the Wells Fargo Center. Okay. They apologized for
no, they ain't apologize. They apologized because they got caught. They meant
no. The fan didn't apologize. The
franchise,
the 76ers apologized. For them being subjected to that type of situation. Now, New York Knicks confirmed Thursday that Atlanta Hawks guard Trae Young was spit on by a fan.
I mean, people, it's just a basketball game.
It really is. So they, of course, banned this person from the stadium again. And then in Utah, our very own Jay Morant's parents were I would say verbally accosted, by some racial undertones to his father at the game. They removed those people who were taunting his family during the game, and of course, they have also been banned. So here is my issue with this. I don't have an issue. I have an issue with the fans because you're adult. You're adults. You can afford season tickets to an NBA game. You're an adult who probably is doing well for yourself in life because you can afford some season tickets to an NBA game. Okay, in Philadelphia, Utah the same thing. New York the same thing. I'm glad that they took care of those fans. I don't know if you remember this or not. This was some years ago. I feel like this was Detroit. I could be very wrong. I remember there was a fan who did something to one of the team members in the Detroit Pistons, and the whole team got up in them stands and it was like a brawl. And they were mad. The team players got fined. I don't know if anything happened to the person that was going back and forth with them from the stands, but to stop those types of situations from happening. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame Russell Westbrook from wanting to go up in the stands and drag that person down out the stands and whoop they behind. I promise I don't have a problem with it at all. But you're gonna have more and more situations where there's a big brawl that takes place at these NBA games. And they need to, first of all, is COVID. Number one. Let me start there.
If you spitting on me, you best believe I'm pressing charges.
And Trae Young said he wasn't gonna press charges. I sure would have pressed them charges. Charges would have been pressed by me. Okay? Because there's no way on God's green earth that you gonna spit on me and I'm finna let that eat. Cause if I can't whoop your tail,
I'm gonna press charges.
Let me just do this. I'm gonna go and press these charges. I would have done it. I'm sorry. You poured your popcorn on me. It's COVID. You've been eating out that popcorn bucket. I don't know if you done spit in it, sneezed on it, whatever. You're nasty. Why you pour your popcorn on me?
You know what makes me think what I think about when I see stuff like this? You know, on TikTok when they have those videos. Do you want to fight? Do you want to kiss these hands? Do you want to kiss these hands?
Hands would be caught, okay? It took 3 people to hold that big old man back. 3. So 3. It was 3 people that had to. Keep in mind, this man's ankle hurt, right? His ankle is hurt. It took 3 people to contain him and get him back to the locker room.
Do you want to fight?
Do you want to kiss these hands? So I think that the NBA is handling it the right way, but I think charges should be pressed. That's just kind of how I feel. This is where I am in life.
And what they're probably going to do is, if they're rich enough to afford season and good seats too, so they got the money. So here's my prediction. These rich folks that did all this stuff, they're going to be trying to get back in to see, So they're going to be forced to do a public apology. And then that's going to be it on there. If you want to get these season, if you want to remain season tickets holders, you must apologize.
They banned for life, so they can't get back in.
Oh, okay.
They banned. They got their information. You know how they got your picture when you go in the store. If somebody in the store, and they got the picture of the people in the store that they caught. They done probably see the picture of them. They probably got covered They can't go back no more.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Well, I was probably thinking that they would probably force them to, if you don't want to be banned, you're gonna have to do a public apology.
No, they don't deserve chances. You don't give anybody like that a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't give them chances. No. What you doing that for? They don't deserve chances. So here in our great little hometown, I meant to talk about this a couple of weeks ago, but
child. And okay,
I just have.
I have a friend.
This is not a crack.
No, it's not a crack. But I had a friend who called me. One of my married cases, Cassandra. What's up, Cassandra? She called me because she went to Marion, Arkansas, and she called me, and our phone call was like an hour and 30 minutes. That's how long she was waiting at the bridge. Trying to get over.
The day that they discovered the crack?
This was this was last week. It was last week.
So right now we're having a whole lot of traffic in town because this bridge right here that you guys see on our screen is they say cracked, I say broke.
And it was all the way broke. All the way broke.
All the way broke. Ain't no crack, bro. So apparently this bridge is inspected every year, and whoever was in charge of inspecting it apparently did not tell nobody else that the bridge was cracking. It caused a big uproar. People were stuck on the bridge for hours on end. I think people didn't get home till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, being stuck on this bridge. Keep in mind, we got 2 bridges. They're bridges that takes us from Memphis to Arkansas. I don't trust the other bridge, but now I ain't got no choice but to trust the other bridge. I haven't been to Walmart over in Arkansas because that's the closest Walmart to me. I haven't been to West Memphis in a while. Had thought I was going pretty recently until we found that our good old bridge is not working. I had a lot of friends from my town call me to ask me what was going on. Y'all, our bridge broke. They said it was going to take a couple of months to repair or fix it. I hope that happens soon because the trucks are coming through the city and they're having to go the route to get on the old bridge, which again, I don't trust that bridge because every time I end up on that bridge,
it's old too. That bridge is old too. That bridge is old too.
That's what I'm saying. I call that one the old bridge and this one the new bridge. So the old bridge is the one I don't trust. And that's the one that's over like closer on the other end of downtown, basically. So I don't particularly care for that bridge or traveling on that one. But I have to just pray.
But just think about it though. If they had never said anything about it and continues to let cars go to and fro, and that bridge collapsed, it was going to be more than 3 months to get it fixed.
Oh, and then you got lawsuits.
Lawsuits out of the end.
Then you got lawsuits and all kinds of stuff going on.
So it's good that they found it. It's good that they found it, number one. And so now they're trying to do something about it. So now people just going to have to be patient because it could have been a lot worse.
Oh, it could have been
a lot worse. And let me say something to Senator Blackburn and Haggerty.
Okay.
You tried to block the infrastructure bill. What is the infrastructure bill do? It's part of bridge repair. Am I right? Right. So replacing bridge or repairing bridge is part of infrastructure, and also repairing the streets, repaving the streets. It's all part of infrastructure. Y'all are trying to block the infrastructure bill, talking about it is too much.
What bothers me about our state politicians is that they don't live here. So it doesn't affect them.
I'm not done. And then you want to go say something to President Biden? You talking about he's not hurrying up with the situation that's going on with the bridges? Okay, this is a state issue, number one. It's not Washington, D.C.'s job. But you're representing
and his job is to funnel the funds. Their job is to funnel the funds to the state so the state can distribute the funds accordingly.
Yeah, correct. So I'm not understanding what's the problem, bro. Y'all decide to block the bills to help with this. So you can't blame somebody when you're part of the problem. Okay, you can go on.
Yeah, so yeah. Yep. All right. I thought that this was so cool. I didn't even know this girl was engaged. I thought she was already married. DJ Spinderella gets married, and it was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Very, very awesome ceremony. I saw it. I thought this was a cute picture of her in her wedding gown with her bridesmaids. This is amazing. Of course, visibly missing.
Yeah, is the salt and the pepper.
Right, the salt and the pepper.
And I'm not talking the salt shakers. I'm not talking the shakers either.
Congratulations to her. Listen, this gives me hope. One day I'm gonna get married. One day. And you know what? Let me say this. If you had to do it all over again, I know you said you guys didn't have a traditional ceremony. Did you? If you had to do it all over again,
would I have a wedding?
Have a wedding?
I go straight to courthouse. You know, if I was in my 20s, we would probably later on have like a reception or something. But I'm just saying, just think about all the money. I mean, weddings is like $1 billion industry. You know,
it is because I plan them. So I know.
Right. And so you can just imagine all that money. That's a deposit on a house.
That's true.
What do you want? A day of people you really don't like looking at you, or would you want to be in your house?
So here's my thing. Let me also say this. I don't understand inviting people who you ain't cool with, you don't like, who gonna talk about you. I don't invite family members that I don't deal with on a regular basis to stuff I got going on. So I'm definitely gonna have everybody that's for me in my wedding. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm definitely gonna have the right bridesmaids, the right people, you know, to be there for my wedding. If I had a wedding, let me say that, because as I get older and time keeps, ticking, I don't know. But the girl in me who has never had a wedding wants to have a wedding. Okay.
Yeah. I never.
But the practical person in me,
and the
practical person in me. I think you told me that.
Yeah, Ren wanted a wedding. He said, "Let's have a wedding. It can just be small." I said, "You know what?" I said, I can't, because my dad is not going. My dad can't walk me down the aisle. I had just lost my dad.
Okay.
So I'm like, why would I want to have a wedding if my dad can't walk me down the aisle? Let's just go ahead and do it. And I'm so glad that we did.
I got you.
We just had my mom, his brother, his dad, and Joshua.
And
that was it.
I got you. I don't know. I'm still on the table about that. I'm not sure what I would choose. Let me just put it that way. Not sure what I would choose. But again, congratulations to her. She was very beautiful that day.
She is beautiful.
Yeah.
I learned those bridesmaid dresses now. That's a bridesmaid dress you can wear again.
It is. And I like the fact that each of them kind of had they were similar, but they had a different style. I like that. A style to fit your body type or what have you, and not going all Bridezilla, making everybody lose weight. I dig that. That's cool. Let me tell y'all something. Howard is just doing the thing. Do you hear me?
When I read that, I was in tears. In tears.
I asked this question: what are we doing to leave our mark on this world? This man has been gone almost a year now.
August will be I remember that day too. And I remember when I told you.
I was like, huh?
I said, girl, did you hear about Charlie? No. You said what? I said, he passed, girl. You were like, what did you just say? What did you just say? I was hurt. I was hurt.
It was awful to do. And then my babies, especially the little one. Wait a minute, hold on. The Black Panther? He not here no more? What?
And just to think about how the comic book series really came into play.
Yeah.
Instead of that, he acted like he died. He actually did die.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. I am astonished that they did name their School of Fine Arts after Chadwick Boseman, who is an alumni of Howard
And you know
University.
what? I did not know that Denzel Washington paid for his education.
Yeah, so let me tell you, let me give you the story behind that. It was Chadwick. It was what's the young lady that plays Beth on This Is Us? I can't remember her name. It's gonna come. Susan Kelechi. Susan Kelechi.
Okay.
It was a number of students in that around that same time, and there's a prestigious program, acting program in Oxford, that the students got into. They had to audition or whatever. He got into, Susan got into, a couple other students. They got into this program. They couldn't afford to go. I mean, broke college students. So Felicia said, "Hey, y'all, I got some students. They are fellow actors. They're Black. We need to send them to this program over in Oxford. What say you?" So she got Denzel. She got a couple other people together, and they all pulled their resources and sent these babies to Oxford to do this program, the summer program at Oxford. It was amazing. So he met Denzel. When did he meet? Probably around Black Panther time, if I'm not mistaken, or right before, right when he was named Black Panther. He met him because he was starting, people were starting to do all this buzz about Chadwick at that point in time. And the first time they met was on a red carpet. And he said, "You sent me to school." And he said, "Huh?" And he told him what the situation was. And Denzel was like, "For real? Oh, okay then. Well, I see I put my money was put to good use." He's joking and playing or whatever. But yeah, so it's amazing. And let me say this: Denzel, Felicia Rashad, those individuals that are in this industry and they know what it is and know what it takes as a Black person in Hollywood. Amari Hardwick, who plays Ghost on Power. I know you couldn't get into Power, but Amari, at one point in time,
you know what? When I think of him, I think wasn't he on that Tyler Perry movie for Color Girls? He played Janet Jackson's husband, the one that gave her the package.
Was it him?
I think it was.
Now he was on another Tyler Perry movie, and that, the one with hold on, child. Now you got me googling.
I'm about to.
He was on another
myself.
Tyler Perry movie, the one with Tiffany Haddish. But I didn't know he was on for Color Girl.
Yep. He was on there.
That was
he
him.
Played her husband.
Oh crap, Amari. Well,
he said, he said, "I don't let them bend me over." She said, "Oh, so you're doing the bending?" I was like, "Oh, dang."
Yeah, Lord. Okay, I didn't know he was. Well, he also played Mary Jane's love interest when it first started. As well, she was he had a wife and she was cheating with him or whatever. That's how we knew Mary Jane was gonna be messy and good. So yeah.
Okay.
It was real messy good because their first movie, I was like, oh, let me get this popcorn. So he was. You know what though? I would love to see Omari play. He played a good guy in that the other Tyler Perry movie that he did with Tiffany Haddish and I can't think of the other baby's name right now.
Tika Sumpter.
Tika Sumpter. He played a good guy in that movie. I need him to stop playing, excuse my language, ain't shit niggas in movies. I need him to normalize. I need him to stop doing that because he tends to play the ain't shit Negro role pretty good. Okay? I need him to stop doing it. I need you to play more good roles. Amari, do something. Get a Marvel contract. Do something, child, because you really play that. Ooh, he really does. He does a good job. Ghost wasn't shit. That man wasn't shit. I don't even remember when he played that, but now it's all coming back to me now. That man was shit. He tends to play that role. I need him not play that role. But yeah, so shout out to him. So the story I was going with that about Omari was Omari didn't have a place to stay when he was auditioning, and Gizelle let him stay on his couch. So it's stuff like that. When I hear things like that, they really won't. It's not a race. It's not a game. I heard, who else was it? What's her name? She was on Community. It's gonna come to me. I love her.
Is it Nicole Brown?
Yes. Yvette Nicole Brown. That's her name.
Yvette. I know it's some Nicole Brown.
You said Nicole Brown and it came to me, girl. You see how that works? Okay. So Yvette Nicole Brown said that when they cast for the role on Community, she said all of them were there. Like, it seemed like all the black actresses in their age group, age range, were there to audition for that role because it was only one black female role in that series. And she said what she loved about it, she said, with the exception of one, she said, I ain't gonna call her name, but everybody was there supporting one another. You know what I'm saying? Running lines, making sure your makeup was okay, make sure your hair was together. Like, that's really how it is. Now, yeah, you probably got some competitors, but for the most part, they there and they got your back and they want you to win and they want you to succeed. And that's what I love about it. I love the fact that you got awesome. Yeah, and so when I hear stories like that, I'm like, you know what? I can't do nothing but you know, champion those people. And I know, I feel like if Chadwick had still been alive, he probably would have done the same thing to give back to the next actress coming up in the
I believe so too.
Yeah, in the game. So I love hearing stories like this, and I love that camaraderie that they seem to have with one another just in that industry. Yeah, it's hard, and so they know it's hard, and they had to go through it. So it's like, okay, well. We don't want you to, you know, kind of struggle through this thing. So I dig that. But shout out to Howard. Y'all are doing the thing. Y'all are doing it. Now this pissed me off. I was so damn mad at this. I don't know what to do. Simone Biles did this amazingly difficult double pike. Okay? Nobody has ever, no woman, no female gymnast has ever attempted to do this before. Okay? She seems to get penalized for things that she does that colors outside of the lines. And I think it's because she's black. I think if one of the white girls had done it, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation.
You know, she just amazes me, period, because she's always outside of her comfort zone. Yeah. Even though she knows that she can get the perfect scores with what she's been doing, she's always still thinking about, okay, how can I be better?
Well, this was better than she's ever done, and they gave her a low score. And the reason why they gave her a low score is because they said it's a very difficult jump, and if anybody else had attempted to do that jump, they probably would have been hurt.
Well, they didn't do it.
What they got to do with me?
If I landed it, and if I'm not corrected, she landed on her feet. She almost lost her balance, but she recuperated real quick.
She landed. So, well, whenever they do those vault jumps like that, they don't always land directly on their feet. That's why they always have someone at the end kind of balancing, because she had somebody at the end when she did it kind of balance her. She did that jump, and it was like, yeah, you know, they were excited. The crowd went wild. She scored a 6.6. She didn't mess up at all. I don't understand, because she's doing the thing. She's defying the odds. She's going against the grain, and y'all said no because it's not safe for everybody else.
They're mad because she's raising the bar. She's raising the bar. And these other people, I'm not going to call out any races, but these other people are like, how am I supposed to top that? She done rose that bar. She raised it up real good.
She did.
The bar The bar has been risen.
I don't understand.
Yeah. I'm going to have to be like Jesus to beat her. That's basically what they're saying. We're going to have to make a deal with the devil to beat her.
I'm talking about I was mad when I read this article. I was highly upset. I don't like it.
I'm over it. I'm over it.
For her to keep competing,
I'm over it.
Yeah, for her to keep competing in an industry because this isn't the first time that she's gotten penalized for doing something that can't nobody else do.
She's just the best at what she's the best. She is the Serena Williams of gymnastics. She is the Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant of gymnastics.
Mm-hmm. She's the best.
When you do how you do an analogy. Michael Jordan to basketball is like Simone Biles to gymnastics.
They just need to get that baby her flowers and quit playing her to the left. That was not cool.
It's not cool.
Not at all. Right now, the Olympics are taking place because, of course, 2020 Olympics could not happen. So there.
But did you hear? It's a rise of the coronavirus in Japan, girl.
I don't know what to say.
I'm tired.
This was so funny to me.
Which one? What's that?
So, this young lady, headmaster with Auntie Beep on Twitter, made a statement on Twitter saying Issa Rae is not an attractive woman to me, and that is okay. Every black person ain't attractive. Also, she will never know who I am, and even if she did, it doesn't matter. I don't want to F her or be hired by her. Issa took a screenshot of this girl's picture, and she said, okay, but we look the
same. I can hear her in that voice.
Right.
And she's not lying. They look like they're the same complexion.
They look like cousins. She look like she came from Senegal, just like Issa did.
But Issa is a beautiful woman. What are you talking about?
I would kill for her skin. Gorgeous.
I kill for her hair and her skin.
Her hair is gorgeous.
It's all together.
Mm-hmm.
It's all together. I remember when I was attending Breath of Life, and we had the teen ministry, and I was in 11th grade at the time, but we did a trip to Oral Roberts University. My mama wanted me to go to Oral Roberts.
Mine did too, child. I killed that dream real quick.
I shut it down too because my mom was like, "Why you don't like the college?" I said, "Number one, you got a dress code, and it was raining the whole time, and I had to wear a dress, a skirt." If it's raining, I want to be able to wear pants when I want to. But it was this.
Want to go to school in the middle of Oklahoma? I didn't want to do that. Let's start with the location, girl. I didn't want to do that.
It was this one girl. She was so beautiful. Had a complexion just like that. I'm talking about her skin complexion, her eye color, her hair color was the same color. It was gorgeous. She was so gorgeous. I was like, listen, I'm like, look.
If you don't like yourself, sis, just say, I don't like me. Don't tear another woman down because you don't like the way you look, because y'all about look the same.
You do. She said, okay.
I look like single cousins, okay? Y'all not.
She's like, what the fuck?
She said the fuck?
And I can just hear it in her voice the way she say it. And it's just so funny. Okay, so if we ever make a trip to Los Angeles, we got to go to the dunes, okay?
Oh, yeah, we going to the dunes. That's automatic.
Yeah. That's not
That's
that's not
automatic.
up for debate. Not up for debate.
Not at all. But
What's it?
I just don't understand how we are so critical of our own.
That's
No,
of
not
our
all of
own
us
choice.
are attractive. Okay?
Right.
There are some
But
unattractive people in every race, creed, all of them countries. It's an ugly person somewhere because somebody got to be the ugly family member, okay?
and
Somebody
then
got
hold on. What you may think is ugly, somebody might think, oh my gosh, the
the
best
most
thing is
beautifulest girl
sliced
in the
bread.
world. Yeah,
Best thing since sliced bread.
right. Y'all don't be coming for these folk. They're gonna come back for you.
They're gonna clap back hard.
Hard. Then a mug. Why you looking like her cousin? I'm just saying. I thought that was funny. I just thought I'd share that. All right. Here we go. Summer Walker, which I like this chick's music. She just had a baby. Probably back in March. Her baby, well, hold on, let me back up. I think fans kind of assume some things. This is where I feel like sometimes we share too much on the internet. And I mean, we share too much on the internet because people start putting 2 and 2 together to equal 4 and all this other stuff. So she made a post talking about her snapback from having a baby. She's holding the baby in her arms. And she does. She snapped back. She still got her body. Okay, great. Awesome. Then they showed her with some products like some hemp oil and some all natural products, honey and some things. And somebody assumed that she was feeding the baby because the baby looks a little thin. However, here's the thing. The baby just 2 months old, y'all. I don't know what y'all thought. Y'all thought the baby was going to be fat. All babies are not created equal at our period. So this became a whirlwind on the internet. And now she's like, I'm not sharing my baby's picture online anymore. But I think you share too much on the internet. I'm tired of, I don't have to know everything about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
I was looking at that picture up on the top,
right. But I mean, I got a friend, her baby is 2 months old and he's thin. He's not a chubby, as you continue to feed them and their stomachs get a little bigger, then that's where all the chubbiness start to fill in. Jalen was a little thin because he was long. He was a long little sucker. He was a little thin until probably about 4 or 5 months. Then you start to see the fat come in at that point in time. I don't think people have the understanding of how babies work. I don't think they do.
And then there's some babies who are big.
Yeah.
My niece Ayana. Okay, my niece Ayana and my niece Brittany, they're the firstborns of my 2 sisters each, right? They both weighed in the 7 pounds, 7 poundish, right? They're my 2 sisters, their second babies, Camille and Brandon, both weighed 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So because when my sister had Camille, I said, "Oh girl, you didn't have a baby, you had a butterball turkey." I used to call her butterball. And then that got me thinking. Joshua was 7 pounds when he was born. There was no way I was gonna have a second baby because I already knew it happened to 2 of my sisters. It's gonna happen to me.
Yeah, this next talk is gonna be big.
It ain't gonna happen.
I got you. So I hate that she kind of went through that. Online people trolling her. Somebody even threatened to call Child Protective Services on her. I just think
get out of other folks' business.
That part, and stop sharing your business on the internet. I don't have to know about your whole life at all. I prefer not to know about your whole life. Actually, leave something to the imagination or something. Not 100%.
Why about that hula hoop with the ball, the weighted ball?
Oh, how this finna work out for you?
Girl, well, you know.
Have you tried it?
I just got it. I'm putting it together.
Oh God.
It just came in.
I'm not gonna tell you what that actually looks like as you're putting it together. I'm gonna keep that comment and thought to myself.
Like a centipede.
I wouldn't go on there neither, but okay.
Girl, you silly.
All right.
This is what we do.
What's bugging us? That's where we're at.
We're at what's bugging us already?
I told you it wasn't long.
It sure wasn't. Okay, let me tell you what's bugging me. Okay. And let me say this again. I'm sorry, my computer's about to die. People, when you're ordering Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, tip. $2 is not a tip. And we gotta drive halfway across the town to give you your food.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even get a good percentage of what y'all already pay. So if you're paying $58 on a big old meal,
y'all gotta carry out that food too.
Right. We're probably getting $5 to $6 of it.
I always try to do the suggested tip.
Me too. I'm either doing 10%. Oh shoot. Hold on. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Keep talking.
Okay. I at least do 15 for like at least 10 to 15%. If it's gonna be over what my tip amount is, what my delivery charge is, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna beat that.
Yeah.
Because I know y'all have to use your card.
And some of y'all, and let me also say this: some of these apps, they got free delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them offer free delivery, and if you pay for the little plan every month on those apps, you got free delivery. So I don't understand what I need to understand what the problem is, because I'm kind of confused as to why you can't, that delivery charge that the Lord blessed you not to have, go on and just put that towards your tip.
Just put it towards your tip. Because today, I'm gonna tell you, I only made $20 today, and I was out from 10, but I only had three stops because they keep sending me to Taco Bell, to KFC, to Wendy's. And those places, you got to wait in the drive-through line to pick up the order. And those lines be long. So that's money. And see, when you call Uber and tell them that, they don't be acting like they be wanting to give you any. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? So you know what I do? I just stop. Every time they send it to me, I just decline it. So I'm like, I really need to really start just focusing on my meditation.
If I order DoorDash or Uber Eats or something like that, I try to get something that, like if I can go to a drive-through myself or go order on the app for them to bring it outside to me, that's what I would rather do. I don't think I do that on DoorDash unless it's like late at night or something, and I know DoorDash or Uber Eats is still running, and I may do that. But other than that, I try not to do it because, yeah.
So if you wanting this stuff, you're too lazy to go and get it, then just be prepared to tip. That's all you gotta do.
I'm with it.
That's all you gotta do.
I'm for it. I'm right there with you. I'm for it. Please tip the people. Please tip the people.
And then what I really want y'all to do is become one of our via Uber Eats deliverer, and then you'll see. A
lot of people saying they sending this on. I don't think you're gonna see a wave of drivers anytime soon. Me.
What's bugging you?
I need jobs to hire people. Like, make sure you have enough people to do the things that need to be done at your respective businesses, because you burn out people and it has a ripple effect, and it causes a lot of burnout. It causes a lot of stress. It causes a lot of health issues. It's just a lot. Because we decided that we are not going to, what's the word I'm looking for?
See, some of these people, they decide they still not getting the job because the first you pay them. Pay them.
Well, I want to start with making sure you pay the people. But here is my issue. I have to pick up a child from work, and they supposed to get off in one period of time, but they don't get off till an hour and a half later. Now, keep in mind, his check is probably going to look real nice because he got a little overtime put in there. That's real cute. Mm-hmm. It ain't cute for my sleep, especially if on a Sunday, I have to go pick him up. Ain't cool. Yeah. Because I have to be at work Monday morning. He's not driving yet. We working on it. But I feel like if you have a team of people to do what needs to be done, y'all can all get out there in a decent hour. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
So you know the McDonald's Winchester and Mill Branch, I'm thinking that's the right one. They're starting off at $18 an hour. And I said that's location pay right there. Because of the location. But there is a thing that said it was $18 an hour. They starting them folks off because they need people. And I wouldn't want to drive. I wouldn't want to work out.
I side out that whole situation. I really, really do. First of all, McDonald's is the worst. McDonald's is the entire ghetto. Let's start with that.
McDonald's should be for jobs for teenagers to start off with.
Or college students. But yeah. I still don't think that they need to be making $7.25 an hour. We haven't changed our minimum wage in a while. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, no, $7.25 ain't gonna get it either. You know, my baby, you know, he worked and he had the little money when he was working at McDonald's. But he was making $300 and some every 2 weeks. That ain't no money. Still. Ain't no money.
Girl, like when I was working at Gap before they closed up, they was asking me to come back. And one of my coworkers, he left Gap to go to Banana Republic, which is still the same chain. And he sent me a message saying that we really need people. I told them about you, how you're a good worker. This is who you asked for. And I thought to myself, I can make more money just doing Uber Eats.
How much are they paying at Banana Republic? Well, Banana Republic prices is high.
When I was working at Gap, I was making $11, $12 an hour.
I bet they make more at Banana Republic. Let me tell you something. I went in Banana Republic, thought I was going to go get something, and I looked at that price, and I said that was a whole lie. So let me go on out this store, because I can't get none out no Banana or the Republic. I can't do none of that. Them prices high. They got to pay their folk a little bit more than $11 an hour. I know they all under the same Old Navy, Gap, all under the same, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? All under the same umbrella. But I feel like Banana Republic is a little bit more high end than Gap in Old Navy.
And see, but with the Banana Republic, I was gonna have to wear their stuff. And their stuff, me as being a big girl, me being plus size.
Yeah.
I was gonna have to order the stuff online. And I can't get my discount online. I would have to buy the stuff at full price, then go to the store to return it, and then buy it back at half price. Who got time for all that?
Ain't nobody got time for that because I'm not gonna pay no $100 for no outfit at the Republic.
But it was
$100 for a shirt.
And I told him, and I said, "Well, look, the only day I could work is on Saturday." And so just think about it. I'm working Saturday. You know, when I could be using that time to do Uber Eats.
Yeah. You have
opportunity. And Mary Kay.
Yeah.
And then I had to wait 2 weeks for a check. and it's gonna be under $100. I'm like, I told him, I said, you know what? Thank you for thinking about me, but I will be honestly wasting y'all time because the only day I could work is on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I know being in the retail, you're gonna have to have more days than that. I said, I guess I got too much going on.
Yeah. I think you need to hire people, and I understand right now it seems like people don't want to work, and that's all fine and dandy, but you have to also actively be looking for people to work at your establishment, and you need to pay them some money, and you need to not put them in high stressful situations. If you have enough people to work in a situation, then you should be, and I feel like you make more money if you have more people doing the same thing, especially if it's a job where their production is, something that you especially if the production is something that you go by and that you make money off of numbers, sales, that type of thing. Even if you're working in a retail or a fast food situation, it's a lot for an employee to get off at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and they got to be back at work. I dealt with that when I sold cars. I'd be at the doggone car lot till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning because customers trying to get insurance, or they got to go put some money on a car or whatever, and I end up getting off work late, or they came in at 8 o'clock right before we closed to do whatever, and I end up having to stay because I got to go through the whole sales process. They ain't picked out a car. They don't know what they want. It's crazy. So, and the other thing is we need to start normalizing respecting the time of the people who work in the establishment. If I close at 5 o'clock and you ain't got no appointment with me after 5, my doors are closed and locked. You gonna knock on my door.
I used to get this a lot at Gap. It will be 8:55, knowing that we close at 9 o'clock. And then y'all want to come on in.
Yep.
After I done did my side, then straighten up, because nobody came in for like a good 35, 45 minutes, and they gave me an opportunity to put everything together so we won't have to stay late. Then y'all come up in here and want to look. Really?
So I just want to impress upon employers, if you got, right now, I'm waiting on a Mother's Day gift, and we almost at Father's Day. I ordered the gift 2-3 weeks before Mother's Day. Mother's Day has come and gone. I had to get my mother something else for Mother's Day, and the company, we apologize. We're a small company. We're this, we're that. I want my Mother's Day gift, and we still ain't got it. Don't place an ad on Facebook or on a large scale if you're a small company and you cannot produce the product that you need to be produced on a larger scale. It's ridiculous. And I'm about to ask my money back because they have ticked me out. But that's neither here nor there. Hire enough employees to get done what needs to be done. That's all. That's all. Okay. All right, we got some upcoming events here. The Shot Glass Hour. We are going to be live at Smooth Living Wednesday, June the 16th. That happens to be the last day of school for Shelby County School. So if you are a teacher, you want a drink, you want some good food, you want to hear some live. That's the last day of school. So I'm saying this out here right now. Drink. Because we're going to have liquor. We're going to have bartender by Flo. The bartender, Flo, going to be in the house. We're going to have the massage therapist in the building. Mike, I think that baby's name is Mike. It's going to come to me. He's going to be there with his massage chair, giving massages. We're going to have live music by Arnisha King. It's Lily, our host's birthday. So come on out. And it's Wednesday night. The doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. Make sure you guys come out. This is going to be, this is going to kick off y'all summer. That's all I'm saying. So come on in. Come get some drinks. Come get some food. Smooth Living has some awesome food. I'm in love with their wings. Their wings just give me life. Oh God. But make sure you guys are in the building. participating. Like I said, this is gonna be good. After work, y'all go home, you pack up your classroom, you put your stuff, don't even take it out the car, just come on over to Smooth Living and come on and check out the show. And then for Father's Day on June the 20th, we do have a Father's Day comedy show hosted by Christopher Harrell Ingram, featuring Brian Mouthpiece Hannah, musical guest Tevin Lavelle, and our headliner is going to be Rob Love. Make sure you guys come out and see these guys. They are hilariously funny. If you haven't gotten a Father's Day gift for your father, you want to take him out so he can laugh, get your dad out to the Father's Day comedy show, and make sure you guys are in the building. Our Mother's Day comedy show sold out. Like, it wasn't nowhere to sit. Sold out. So we want to make sure. We also will have virtual tickets for sale for the comedy show. So make sure you guys are plugged in. If y'all can't come to the building, but y'all want to see the good comedy, make sure y'all buy those virtual tickets, and you can watch it on the TV at the house and have the grillerization going on for Dad. So make sure you guys are plugged into these events. We're about basically putting these artists on. I'm super excited about that. Making sure the artists get their shine in the city, making sure these comedians get their shine in the city. So make sure you guys are participating and buying your tickets and supporting these guys. All right, Wendy, tell them how they can reach you.
Okay, y'all can reach me at Facebook is Wendy Edinburgh Smith, as you can see. My Instagram is at VLux76, as you can see. And then you can go to my website, which is www.maryk.com/WEDINGBOURGH. And let me tell y'all this, Father's Day is coming up.
It is.
Again, I'm going to make this point. Do not give your dads meaningless gifts. Please don't. Give him something that he can use. What if your father got a beard? Guess what? We got beard.
Whoops.
We have beard oil. It's gonna make his beard shine. It's gonna feel soft. It's gonna be nourished and moisturized. This is something he can use. We have cologne. We have skincare for men. Don't give him no tacky tie. Do not give your daddy a tacky tie.
Don't give him a tacky tie.
Or something that you want to play with, but he's never going to use. Give him something that he's going to use. So go on my website, look at the stuff for men. Hopefully next week my boxes will come in and I can show you how I can give box stuff for that. So there you go.
Have some made up good. We're gonna tell people to buy it. Look, send them to your social media and your site. All right. So that's how y'all make sure y'all give with Wendy for those Father's Day gifts. And you guys can reach Heather at Heather's Passion Academy on Facebook, YouTube, and on her website, www.heatherspassionacademy.com. You guys can reach me on Facebook, Vic's Kids Faith More, on Instagram at Vic's Kids Faith, and Twitter at Vic's Kids Faith. And you guys can contact us here at The Size Up, on Instagram at The Size Up 2102, YouTube, The Size Up Official Podcast. And you can email us if you want to be a guest on the show, or you have any ideas or any topics you want to hear, or you want some advice, because we give good advice. We try to, at least. At thesizeup2102@gmail.com. You also can listen to our podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts except for Apple. We're working on it. At Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and SoundCloud.
Woo,
Thank you guys for joining us today. You have anything else before we get out of here, Wendy?
No, it's yeah. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, so we're gonna remember the lives lost who served our country. My dad was one of them. He served in Vietnam War. He passed away in 2013. So I will be visiting him tomorrow. But I salute any and everyone who has served our country and who is now serving our country. So we honor those who lost their lives serving our country.
Yep. Yeah. So make sure you guys are remembering those people. It's not just another day off work. It is a holiday to honor those who did lose in battle. And
that means you got a day off tomorrow, don't you?
I do. Praise God. I got a day off.
Hallelujah.
That's why I'm saying I will be accepting plates tomorrow. I'm grilling nothing. I'm cooking nothing. I'm tired. I would like a plate. Some chicken, a nice steak, some seafood. If you got a plate at your crib, I will drop by and pick up. Okay, I might stay and play some cards, but that's about it. So I'm just putting it out there right now to let you know. Because I'm tired. When I tell you I'm tired, like literally, I'm sleepy. I'm going on fumes right now. I have to get up. If I go to sleep this afternoon or this evening, and I have to get back up, like this morning, I was ready to get up at 12. That might say, yeah, I'm still here. So I'll call you when I get done. It was 1:40 when that baby called me. So Faith tired and sleepy. Okay.
Faith is going to be sleeping in tomorrow.
Oh yeah, don't nobody call me before a certain time if you ain't on fire. But unless you gonna send me a text message so I can plate, I need to, I'm just putting that out there right now. You can send a text message. I don't want no Happy Memorial Day text messages either. Y'all listen, I ain't fought in no war. I ain't fought in no war. I'm alive. I'm not dead. Okay. I'm not a member of the service. My dad is alive. He fought in Vietnam as well. But he good. He alive and kicking, baby. Doing Uber Eats or whatever he doing. Don't send me no Happy Memorial Day text messages. I don't want them. Don't want them. Don't send them to me. I don't want it. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. I am not Irish. One person said, but what about your last name? You go, that's Scottish.
Okay, see, that's real deep. I don't want to happen. I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna get off here. When I worked at DHS, they used to do the thing. If you ain't wear green on St. Patrick's Day, they're gonna pinch you. I told them fucking my unit, if you pinch me, I'm filing a complaint.
Oh, I did that too. I still do that. I'm like,
Don't you come over here with this. I'm filing a complaint. The complaint would be filed.
I would purposely not wear green that day. I would purposely not wear green.
I mean, it didn't matter. My whole motto is whatever's ironed and hanging up in my closet, that's what's going on my body. But if I don't wear green, don't come pinch me. I'm not. Don't do that. Now, the way I would celebrate St. Patrick's Day is I would go out drinking to the bars. That's the only way I celebrate the St. Patrick's Day. Other than that, I ain't got to wear no green, all that stuff. No, we're not doing that. Don't pinch me. Don't do it. But yeah, so I am thankful for the day off because I'm going to enjoy my sleep. Especially if I got to go get my child at 2:00 this morning. I don't know what y'all doing getting windy. Y'all should be barbecuing. He should be getting off on time tonight. I'm just going to put that out there. Y'all don't need no Wendy's. Get some chicken.
Girl, these folks now, they don't cook. They lazy. Folks are lazy. That's why them lines be long.
They real long. I tell you, COVID has crippled us.
And then this is my thing now. The reason why they can't open the lobbies up because they don't have hardly any workers.
Yeah, I did see the lobby open at the Wendy's that Josh works at. I did see that lobby because some people were sitting down and eating when I dropped him off today. So we'll see, Lord Jesus. We shall see. We'll see. But I'm finna order something now because I'm lazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm tired. I tell you. Okay. We'll be back next week. Graduation special. If you have a graduate that you want to shout out, we have no problem doing that. I'm for it.
Are we going to include pictures?
Yeah, I mean, if they want a graduate shout it out and they want to put pictures out there, we're just going to be talking about people who are graduating, talk about different graduation experiences of the colleges have already had their graduations, but the high school graduations are coming up in the next couple of weeks. So we're just gonna
we already had some graduation, high school graduation.
The outskirts cities have had their graduation, like Collierville, Bartlett, they've had their graduations. But Shelby County schools have not. It's
because the kids get out of school the mid of June. My poor son ain't gonna have no summer.
No, my child, he goes to the Summer Learning Academy in July, and then from there he starts school. So yeah, they really are not gonna have a real break at all.
I guess they said they had no break last year.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Because after spring break, they wasn't going back to school.
No, they didn't go back to school. Well, no. Spring break is what kicked it off. They didn't go back to school. They didn't physically go back to school, but they were still doing work. My child was still on Zoom and stuff through the rest of the school year. Yeah.
My son wasn't.
Josh was too. Yeah. Because they had to finish, especially the seniors.
Yeah, they had Joshua. What they did, they stopped the grading part and they gave them a chance to make up work.
Josh got grades. Yeah.
Because Josh didn't get his laptop until my Josh didn't get his laptop until after when school started.
They had it where they could log on and do Zoom class. Well, Josh wasn't doing Zoom, but they were doing stuff on YouTube. He had to finish. So he almost had a 4.0 GPA that last time, but they were still grading them. My baby got grades.
Yeah. Well,
Jalen got grades too.
The fourth quarter.
No, yeah, they didn't do a fourth quarter grade for any of them, but they were still after spring break because they just didn't go back physically into the building, and it was a whole bunch of mess with getting the laptops or the tablets or whatever.
Right. Because my Josh didn't have one, so I was like, "How you expecting me to do this?" And my son don't have a laptop.
Well, Jalen was on Joshua's laptop, and Joshua was on his computer. So we had ways to get on the computer. But I know that I remember they were trying to get the laptops and the tablets at that point. Now I didn't get his tablet until the new school year. For him
he got to return his.
Yeah, well, they told them they could keep it through the summer if we I gotta go. I have to register him from school. So, and then after that, he's probably gonna have to return it because that's for downtown and not Snowden. So, yeah. All right, well, we're gonna get off of here, y'all. Y'all have a good holiday. All right, bye.
Bye, y'all.